So we got a modified Trane Voyager. Outside air filters are fairly clean. And we got a rainy ass day, but we're gonna, Jimmy here is gonna tell us all about this thing.
All right, essentially, like you said, this is a modified Voyager. We added some controls here, UC600 TV7 display, RUTS board. This is where you land all of your field wires. RUTS, the LTV, that's your install connection, that's your occupancy connection. That there is the RTRN board. They've actually added a PCI card to this as well. UC600, LC32. All your control relays will be up here. This kind of, they put these in various spots. So this one is where this one is. You open up this particular cabinet. This is all your contactors, transformers, phase monitor. This one is all your.
This is all looks.
This is all
just basic Voyager. We're gonna lose a BCI card.
Yeah, all this is Trane part bill. That's added KCC, that's KCC.
We added relays, UC, TD7, and a different type burner, modulating burner.
Refrigeration circuit, which is there.
APR valve hiding. That's just to get some modulation out of the refrigeration circuit as well.
Correct. All right, we'll show the rest of it.
Bringing in OA, you got to treat it.
All right. Open this last door here. You can see the damper that we added with the actuator. They have this cute little drip pan to catch any condensation that drips off the evaporator. Things do get a little oily and greasy. Of course, there's your blower section too.
That's just your basic Voyager blower section. Looks like they secured cap tubes pretty well.
Yep.
You guys gonna draw that. We've had an ignition module replaced.
Yeah.
Close that up.
Kind of wanted to show where high limits were as well.
High limit is it's the same place on every Voyager. It's right there.
Yeah, and at the bottom there's the air proving switch.
Air proving switch.
And at the very, very bottom is the supplier temp sensor. It's kind of in that weird tube.
Gotcha. So there is supply temp in there.
Yeah.
That's controlling our between our blower and burner, I assume.
Sorry, back here is going to be where your outdoor air temp sensor is located.
Easy now.
Woo. Double filters here. They have aluminum mesh into it. So you take these out and you look straight ahead, and there's where they mount the actual
temp humidity.
Yes, sir.
Calculating dew point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just a souped up Trane Voyager.
Pretty much.
So is there speed controlling the blower?
No, it's on 100%.
Okay, the blower's 100%, so no VFD or anything.
No, sir, not on these. There's a few of them that have VFD.
We're just modulating the burner, refrigeration circuit with the APR valve, burner with the modulating valve stuff that we've got added here.
You get for this particular burner, I believe the heat output is 2 to 5 volts, 2 for low fire, 5 volts for high. I'll manipulate this so you can see when we go up to 100%. And I hope this thing's waterproof.
It's not. It gets too cold, it might flip upside down. I'm assuming you're gonna drive it to 100%, and we're gonna open our combustion air with Belimo damper and modulate the gas valve all the way open. Add gas, add combustion air.
100%.
Apply.
Yes, see this opening is also this Belimo actuator here will be opening. That's actually the gas.
So the ratio on this as far as low fire, I'm assuming, is set when they modify it?
Well, the burner itself, no. You have to set the incoming gas pressure. Once you set your high fire, it actually kind of correlates and gives you your low automatically.
Okay.
It's kind of linear what it does.
And you set high fire via temporize or?
No, via gas pressure.
Gas pressure?
Put a manometer here. For this one, I believe the high is 3.9 inches, if I'm not mistaken. So you set that, and the actuator actually kind of have the low fire on their own. So there's a small sight glass here. Very hard to see the flame in there. But it is in there.
Yeah, you can kind of see it. We've got regular 24 volt gas valve there feeding up to the modulating gas valve.
This particular burner, man, actually has a fan-proofing switch and a transformer inside this burner. So you take the corner of this burner off and you'll get access to a transformer and an actual fan-proofing switch. There is a second limit that is tucked back here. It's an auto reset limit, so it's actually
that's your typical limit back there. It's got a copper tube that runs the length of that barrel, and the limit just slides into it.
Take this gas valve. This is your incoming main gas valve. You want to take the adjustment and all the way in. You want as much gas coming out here as you can.
Yeah.
So that way, if this does close off, you got enough to push through here to keep it burning lit. So there's an outlet port on here where you can check pressure, man, but it's very hard to get to. It's in the back here. Take this off, you may get a little bit more access to it. That was awesome.
We picked a great day to do this.
But
what does it fire off at? There's no pilot, so when it fires off, we're in low fire now because we can see it all the way closed, I'm guessing.
Yes. So the actual starting percentage is 25%.
Okay.
And that cracks that just a tad bit, and you'll probably be about right there on your end.
About the same there.
Your ignition controller
just
there.
The fire, and then it modulates to maintain the supplier temperature.
Yes.
Which is set at somewhere. This is a kitchen, so
this
somewhere neutral, like 70-ish degrees.
No, this is probably like 65. Where are you?
So what is that? 68.
65.
And outdoor air heating enabled set point is 55. So anything below 55,
heat comes on.
Anything above 55, it's gonna
do. You're right. It's gonna do outside air until you get above your outdoor air cooling set point, which is 68.
That's typical to
for kitchen.
That's typical to all our basic Verizon units. You're gonna have an outdoor air set point to lock you out and keep your cool and everything modulated. Not too bad.
Kind of adjust your gas pressures. You'll take these two screws loose, and this lever here allows you to adjust the ball valve by hand, so that way you can set your gas pressure for high fire.
So this is truly a ball valve. It's just kind of rotating.
Ball valve in this gas chamber.
Interesting.
So adjustment manually allows you to calibrate.
Yes. What I usually tell guys is start with your high fire, because once you get high fire set, it's almost linear. Right? When it closes off, it kind of knows, you know what I mean, the amount of gas. As long as you have this regulator pegged all the way out, so you can get as much gas through that one as you can adjust anything with that regulator.
Now, pick your brain a little bit. Why not throw in one of those max controls in there then?
Well, this is a burner we buy already.
Oh, that's already all part of it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
We purchased all of this from Midco, so it's been our partner since the beginning of this, but yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Still the same other than, change control.
Okay. I mean, eventually we're going to be Symbio on everything rather than the EC.
MP580 would be in the blower section, right on that side wall there. They'd have a great big box covering it up, taking off. That'd be the MPs and all the relays would be there.
in the blower section. Modulating up. Yep. I mean, you can kind of tell what it's doing with the combustion air.
Wires 61.
61. Yeah, it's modulating up. It's 40-ish outside now. Our ignition control is doing all the work, so we actually the one thing missing from your normal Voyager is the heat board, right? There's no
options.
This
We took all of that out.
no options module, no heat board. Everything goes back to just a basic spark ignition module. Gotcha. So we're probably low-ish fire. We're closed off on the combustion. We're at 0.6 water column.
Let's go ahead and rev this thing.
Crank it up. You go 100%. And modulating. What'd you say? 3.9? I mean, we're
about there.
about there.
I can live that all day.
3.8 looks good.
I'll be damn, son. You might know a little something, baby.
I
I mean,
mean,
you can give a little bit of slack up, plus or minus, man, but I can live with that. That's actually good. See, you don't really hardly smell anything, man. Everything's burning pretty good. I'm gonna go to 0%.
that's where you're going to have to be careful.
It's a good grill. It's almost like it's out.
It is out.
Nope, it's still burning. You can see through that sight glass. It's an ugly flame, but it's burning. Like I said, this bypass tube will keep you lit.
Okay, so the bypass tube keeps you lit.
Yeah, like I said, you see through that sight, or I don't know if you can see.
Are we controlling combustion blower speed or no?
No.
Okay,
It's
so
just that it's closed all the way off. It doesn't really seem like it's pulling much.
and that's an orange flame. It looks a little rough.
It's ugly, but I mean that's kind of what you'll get at 0%. 25% is where this burner lights, so you want to definitely have some positive pressure at 25%. It'll look like nice. Burner's pretty efficient, man. I mean, it's only 80%, but you get a nice amount of heat out of it.
The Delta T on it. Impressive.
Yeah.
How small that thing is.
So at what will cycle the burner off? Like at some point, if it goes to zero though,
It's going to stay at 0.
it stays at zero.
Yes. In 8% mode. So
unless
it'll
it's-
stay in heating mode until you get
Above the outdoor temp lockout. All right, I got you.
And it kind of depends. For the kitchen ones, they'll have them a little bit lower because, they're going to be cooking. And have all these fucking stoves on, so they don't need a lot of heat. But usually, they have some of these that'll feed the returns RTUs, right? Just to kind of precondition the outside edge. So those they keep around 65, 70. Then they'll let the RTUs do the rest of it.
If you're feeding the other RTUs too, that's another thing to keep in mind when you're starting things up. And like your set points are going to be a little different if you're feeding another rooftop rather than feeding the space.
Right. It's almost like a multi-zone. You just kind of want some.
And so you're going to verify the signal is 2 to 5?
5.5. All right. So we want to make sure also
2 to 5.5.
Troy, that one over there. The output signal is set for 2 to 5.5.
AO4?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can actually plug in now if you want. That doesn't even need to be on.
And so you're saying this is larger, so this is like a 20 ton, and the analog output to the gas valve should be,
I believe, 2 to 7.
2 to 7 instead of the 2 to 5.5.
2 to 8.
2 to 8.
It's actually 3. It shouldn't be 3.
So 2 to 8.
You know what? Let me call and make sure that that's right.
DC output
sounds
to
a
the
little
modulating
weird.
valve. Walking around, I noticed this is just your regular Trane package unit. Cooling's on here. That would make me think something between the two is maybe something balancing in the building is not right. Like, why I'm heating here and I'm cooling here. Now this is makeup air, I understand that, but we're feeding the same dining room that this is feeding. So you might have at that point some set points that need to be adjusted slightly. It's probably just a little bit of set point adjustment and you might fix all of your problems. These units are not that old and not in terrible shape. The burner on this thing is the only just oddball. I've never seen one of these before either. This is my first time seeing one of these. Interesting stuff.